What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Welcome back to Top Bins, the show bringing you all the latest news, notes, and fun from around the beautiful game. Whether you call it soccer, whether you call it football, we've got you covered. KP and Mark flying on this episode with you guys. We got a fun one ahead as we recap the last Premier League weekend. We took the week off last week. A lot of stuff going on around the world of our lives. So we took the week off, enjoyed a week off of the Prem, but we'll touch base on our team, see where they're rocking and rolling. We got the Champions League draw, and we'll send you into this weekend of Premier League action as well. We got a new fun segment that we got coming up on the show as well that we'll get into once we preview the weekend ahead. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at FC Top Bins on Twitter and TikTok, and we are at Top Bins Pod on Instagram and Threads. Subscribe to the pod on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. Goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow, helps more people find Top Bins and all of our podcasts here at Underground Sports Philadelphia as a whole. So keep subscribing on Apple and Spotify. And, of course, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of this show every week, full video episodes of every show on our network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. We're at 1,102 subscribers, which means we're 98 away from our next 100 subscriber milestone. So leave a like on the video, drop a comment in the comment section, and click that bell icon so you know when new videos do, in fact, go live. And this show is proudly powered by our friends at Classic Football Shirts. Guys, the season is underway, and there's no better way to upgrade your football wardrobe than with our friends at Classic Football Shirts. They've got all the styles, all the swag that you need for this Premier League season, Serie A, all of your favorite teams. Their new featured collection is the beautiful, beautiful Juventus shirts that drop with the trefoil, Adidas, the horse logo. They're absolutely gorgeous. Everything dropping weekly. There's new weekly deals. You can shop the new Liverpool kits as well with the return of the trefoil and more. Plus, Mark, if you want to get your 2024-2025 Arsenal home shirt, right now the weekly deal $41.99.
What about their third kit? Because I want the third kit more.
There are... So right now, just that's part of the weekly deal. It's just the home shirt. But every week, new deals popping through. So all the Arsenal fans, if you want last year's kit, which pretty solid in my opinion, you can get it starting at $41.99. They've got everything you could imagine on their website. So use our link in the description. Shop with our friends at Classic Football Shirts. And help support the pod when you shop with our link in the description. Shout out to Classic Football Shirts for powering the pod.
How much? Wait, how much you say the third kit was?
So right now the weekly deal is just last year's shirt is $41.99, but let's see, new in for Arsenal is You want last year's third or this year?
No, this year's.
This year's third is $114.99.
All right. Well, that's a little annoying. And this is a UK-based place?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay,
they have like brick and mortar stores in the US too.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, some clean stuff. What's poppin', Mark? We took the week off last week with no game action going on, but the week prior, not the result you wanted per se.
Nope.
I had a great week. I'll tell you that much. It was a phenomenal week for me. But yeah, wild last weekend of Premier League action. The last time games were in play. A lot of stuff has happened since as well. And I mean, I think we start with West Ham ushering in the Ange era of Nottingham Forest, because West Ham go to Nottingham Forest, win 3-0, and now Ange is their new manager.
Yes. Yeah, I did not expect that result, to be honest. So good for West Ham. I get good for Graham Potter just to get some pressure off of his back.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because they scored all 3 goals after the 80th minute. So, like, hey, good for them. LOL Forest, because I knew they're not good, and then bringing Ange is just going to be hilarious because defense. What's defense for them? So
I forget who tweeted it too. There's a team that tweeted that they said, we're glad we're playing Nottingham Forest in Ange's first year and not his second.
yeah,
But I mean, what a result for West Ham. Nottingham Forest, I mean, they were at the highest of highs last year. You called it from the moment you started hopping on this show that they were
yes,
frauds. And now they, I think, fall through the ground of the earth, and they're going to be in shambles before we know it.
yeah. I mean, with Ange's style too, it's like very aggressive, and everything. So, and it takes time to get used to their system, and then not only that, like you saw with Spurs how many injuries they had. So yeah, I mean, good luck to him, good luck to Forrest, especially working under American Akis. Good luck.
Yikes.
So yeah, good luck.
And I
feel a nice welcome present on
yeah,
Saturday.
yes, because you will get the first crack at Nottingham Forest and Ange this weekend. I think since we last recorded, it actually happened. Isak to Liverpool.
Yes.
1-0 Liverpool win over Arsenal since the last game action went into play, and you got vibrantly flipped off at the Liverpool bar in Philly.
Yes, so I because for some godforsaken reason, a lot of my friends are Liverpool fans, and I hate it. And so I was texting some of them. I was like, "Hey, let's watch the game together." And they're like, "Okay." And I was like, since Arsenal are away, I was gonna be the gentleman and be like, "All right, I'll watch at a Liverpool bar with you guys." I legit was the only Arsenal fan there. I would think at least one other person I would have some solidarity, but no, I was literally the only one. Everyone was nice and respectful. No one gave me shit or anything, except like the people, my friends that I was watching with. It was agreed upon, like if they were to, if that was the result, then they could do it. I said, yeah, that's fine. But if I win, then I get to record flipping get all you guys off. They're like, yeah, deal. The game itself, it was a cagey affair. I don't think we deserve to lose that game. Do I think we deserve to win? No. I mean, like, we might have had better numbers, like attacking wise, and like we made Liverpool look like terrible. Like Salah normally destroys us, but he was quiet that entire game, which surprised me. I don't think we deserve to win that game either. I mean, I have an issue with people criticizing Arteta's setup, and it's just like, well, we don't have our best player, our captain slash most creative player, one of our front like best strikers. We lost our best center back 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the game. Like, what do you? We're going on the road to Anfield, like to the champions. Like, if we went all out, like they would have destroyed us on the counter. So, like, I don't understand what he wanted us to do. We had chances, it didn't, and then we lost on like a inch perfect free kick from Szoboszlai. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, Slot after the game in his press conference, like, you play that game 10 times, Liverpool win one, Arsenal win one, and then the other 8 games are a draw. Like, sometimes just in games like that, like a moment of magic is all it takes. And that happened. You just put your hands up, say, great free kick. Nothing you can do. Like, Rye covered that perfectly. It was just better free kick. Like nothing to do. It's like frustrating, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And I mean, the rich get richer. Isak goes, and what a subtle yet loud statement from Newcastle with the announcement press release. It was just like 30 words, nothing else. I mean, this is why it's the beautiful game. This is why it's the beautiful game.
Yep.
On my front, Brighton 2, Man City 1. Just pure bliss. Brian
Yeah.
Gruda is fucking awesome. And James Milner is just timeless.
Mm-hmm.
Just a beautiful, beautiful shot from him. Gruda puts the fucking cherry on top. We avoid a draw. And it's so eerie how this game and last year's game against City, when we were at home, just reflect each other. It was like the same script, just different players. Haaland scored first, and then Brighton go and score 2 late in the game. I mean, for what it's worth, I don't know what it is, but in the Fabian Hertzler era, against the Big Six, Brighton step up to the competition and play extremely well and act like they're supposed to be in that game. It's against the lesser competition that we need to work on and get a lot more consistent with. But whenever the Big Six are on the schedule, I feel less nervous than I do about playing the likes of Brentford or Bournemouth or whoever. Like, if I see City, Manchester United, we always play Arsenal really well. We always play Liverpool very well. Like, I'm stoked for those games because I know we step up to the competition and Hertzler knows the challenge that's ahead. And I was just thrilled with the result. And to see when you refresh the table page to go from 18th all the way up to, I think, 10th at one point. We're sitting at 11th right now after some of the other results. But I was like, this is more like it. We're out of the basement. We get a win, and that's what a win does. And I think it's an amazing result that I think will fuel this team for a little bit here moving forward. You know, a couple tough games upcoming, but to get a win there is a massive, massive early season W, and to be the first win of this season is much, much needed.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a great win for you guys for sure.
And then we had, where did we go? Here we go. Harrison got a 2-0 win against Fulham, rightfully so.
Yeah, but there was controversy in that game, so
yeah. It's one of those things.
That they should have just given Fulham their first goal and not Chelsea. So
yeah. Bournemouth with a 1-0 win at Tottenham. Big time win for them. They absolutely needed that. And I mean, I know a lot of people are high on Tottenham and like them rebounding and everything, but they've had some shaky results to start the campaign.
I watched the highlights. Again, it was all Bournemouth. The fact that it was only 1-0
is wild.
Yeah.
That was wild. Manchester United bounce back against Burnley, survive, if you will, 3-2. I mean, credit to Burnley. They brought it, but Bruno Fernandes in extra time.
Yeah, I mean, Amorim needed that result more than anybody else. So
yeah. That was I was hoping Burnley were going to pull away with that because it would have just been a hilarious spiral. Newcastle and Leeds 0-0. I mean, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but like things can get really, really spiraling out of control for Newcastle too, especially now that Isak's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are going to be. I'm going to be fascinated once Champions League play starts to see what they look like, especially without Isak in the lineup now, because that could get really, really ugly really, really quick, and it's going to be a fascinating thing to watch. Maybe we weren't all that low on Sunderland after the last result because they get a nice bounce back win 2-1 against Brentford. They still look like the best promoted team.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
I
not even
said
close.
they're staying up. So
Yeah, we all have them staying up, which like credit to us, we know ball. But by far and away, they look like the most complete of the promoted teams this season so far. So credit to them for bouncing back. Another team that's going to get real ugly for real quick. Aston Villa looks horrid. 3-0 at home against Crystal Palace. They look bad, man.
mm-hmm.
And we'll tell
Yeah,
you
I
right here,
mean,
right now, Mark and I love it.
yes, because fuck Villa, fuck Unai Emery, but like, God forbid, a team with expectations under Unai Emery struggling. It's so unlike them.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I mean, it's early, but are Everton back?
yeah, I mean they look good.
They look good, man. Like, ever since that managerial change midway through last year, they have looked like a completely different franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Nice win for them against Wolves, um, which we will just take a look at the table here going into this week. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, your top four. Um, not much has really changed there, I think, since the last time we recorded. But number 5 in the table, the aforementioned Everton. Sunderland in 6, Bournemouth at 7, Crystal Palace at 8, Manchester United at 9, Nottingham Forest at 10, Brighton at 11, Leeds at 12, City at 13, Burnley at 14, Brentford at 15, West Ham at 16, Newcastle at 17, and relegation nation is Fulham, Aston Villa, and Wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty wild. I mean, subject still remains the same for Liverpool too. Like, obviously getting a clean sheet against you guys was huge for them in this category, but still of the top 4 teams, they've surrendered the most goals.
And like, yeah, I mean, first goal we conceded was a ridiculous free kick. Like,
Yeah.
what can you do?
Yeah, because Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, all 3 of you guys goals against 1.
Yeah. So and ours wasn't from open play. So
Right.
technically we're better.
So we'll see how things shake out. We'll get to the Premier League in a little bit with this weekend's matches and everything. But before we do, Champions League is back. Draws have
Yes.
been announced, conjured up, and the place to catch Champions League is on Paramount Plus. You guys can sign up for Paramount Plus by using the link in the description. Check out all the Champions League action all season long. And if you're a student right now through the end of 2025, you can get 50% off any Paramount Plus plan when you sign up using our link. So don't miss out on any of the Champions League action when you use our link in the description to sign up for Paramount Plus. And if you're a student, get 50% off any Paramount Plus plan when you sign up now through the end of 2025. And shout out to Paramount Plus for sponsoring the pod.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Yeah, huge deal. And that also, there's another deal as well, but same thing. A veteran, you can sign up and you get any Paramount Plus plan 50% off for life. So definitely check that out if the aforementioned details apply to you. But Mark, Champions League is back. Obviously, your boys will be competing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of new teams in Champions League this year. A lot of familiar faces. But what did you make of the Champions League draws that happened just a couple weeks ago?
So I'm overall happy with our group. Like annoying that we had Bayern again. But like our 3 of the 3 toughest matchups, Bayern, Atletico, and Inter. Bayern and Atletico at least are at home. Other than that, like it's not that far of travel either. Like the furthest we go is to Czech Republic, which isn't bad. Like thank God we got that team from Cyprus, I think. That's or Kazakhstan. We got them at home, thankfully. So like I think we'll be in the top 8. Like I think we'll go 5-2-1. Like I think we'll split. Like we'll win. We'll win again one against Bayern and Atletico, and then draw the other. I think we'll lose to Inter. And then we will win. The rest. Like the rest of the games, like pretty handily. Like first game against Athletic Bilbao is a little bit tough. Especially because we have to go there, and like that's not going to be easy because like a good team, like great atmosphere and everything, but like we have the quality to handle it. But other than that, I feel good. As for other teams, I thought Spurs got like a very kind, favorable draw with their fixture with their teams. I wonder how they'll handle that, especially with like the lack of depth. But man, PSG got fucking screwed. That is a brutal set of games. I mean, they should be fine because they won it last year and everything, but like, god damn, they got fucked.
Yeah, they got like I think even beyond fucked. Like it's crazy what their slate is, and I mean, who do you think were like the real winners and losers based on just the draws and?
I definitely think Spurs were a winner. Unfortunately, PSG definitely losers. I think City and Real Madrid play each other again, so like you can call them losers because they have to face each other again.
Mm-hmm.
They got some like fun, tasty matchups like Liverpool, Real Madrid. So Trent is going back to Anfield right away. Like Barcelona has to go to Newcastle, which is going to be just fun. Like there are some fun, tasty matchups. But probably those two teams, like PSG and Spurs, respectively,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like losers and winners. It'll be fun. Like I'm excited for this group because like I like the league phase again. But and like it feels like every match has like important consequences. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. It starts next week,
Yeah,
right?
I think next week is match week 1 for.
Yeah, I think you are correct. Yeah, next Tuesday. Oh, look at that. Arsenal kick it off too. So that'll be
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, so next Tuesday and Wednesday
Yeah, so.
and Thursday. So we get a full week, pretty much.
Oh
Full
yeah,
middle
because
of
I
the
don't think
week.
Europa League starts until, or maybe it does also start Thursday, but whatever.
Yeah,
I
so
don't talk about inferior competitions.
yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, full blown slate, which is gonna be fun. I'm excited for that to be back. I was thinking, should we do like a Champions League like draft,
Ooh.
like
Ooh.
draft teams?
Sure. I think that's fine. I think we have to wait until Harrison's next week. So like summer's games will already be played. So
Yeah,
like that will have to factor in. But yeah, I'm down for that.
yeah. Like we each get like I don't know 5 or 6 teams or something.
Or like there's 4 pots, so we each get 2 teams from each pot.
Mm-hmm.
So then like you have to figure out like strategy wise how are you gonna do
Yeah,
it? Okay,
that
yeah, let's do
works.
that.
So yeah, we'll have Champions League draft next week, which will be fun.
Yeah.
And it's good to have it back. It's always fun to have just more on TV to watch, whether it's
Yeah, I agree.
FA Cup, Carabao Cup, obviously, and now Champions League back in the fold.
Yep.
But speaking of more on TV, we've got a juicy week of Premier League matchups on the horizon. We're going to add in a new element to our Premier League breakdowns and such moving forward. Mark and I and Harrison talked about this the last time we recorded. We're going to give predictions on every game and then kind of just keep track of our win-loss draw records. And then tiebreakers we'll figure out as we go along. But this will be obviously the first week we dive into it now that we're back in action. But we'll have a running sheet. We'll keep everyone updated as each week as we record each week on what our records are and such. We'll try to make graphics for it every week too after all the games have been played and everything. But I think it's gonna be fun new way to like follow along and either ride our picks, bash our picks, or be in between. It'll be a lot of fun. So that'll be a new element here as we move along with Premier League just analysis and breakdowns. But before we get into it all, our Premier League weekend preview brought to you by our friends over at Biñho. Guys, it's the next big tabletop game for your tailgates, your man caves, your parties, wherever it may be. You bring out a Biñho board, you're going to be the talk of your event. It's paper football meets foosball for the next big tabletop flicking experience. You guys can go to the link in our description, whether it's audio or video. Shop with our friends at Biñho. Get all your officially licensed Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Juventus, MLS boards, and more. You can fully customize boards as well. But when you use our link in the description to shop with Biñho, they'll know you're coming from us. And then you can get 10% off your entire order when you use code Biñho Bennett 62. That's code Biñho Bennett 62 for 10% off your entire order from our friends at Biñho when you shop with the link in our description. And we thank Biñho for being a proud partner here of Top Bins. All right, Mark, Premier League back in action this week, and you start things off at home against Ange and Nottingham Forest. How you doing? How you feeling? Welcoming in another era of Ange ball to the Premier League.
I mean, I think we should win even with our injuries. Like, I think we should get some players back. Like we should win. We are the better team. We have the better quality. We're at home too. I think we probably get Eze's first start there. I think it would probably be Eze, Madueke, Gyökeres, Madueke. I think Odegaard's back. We might get Ben White back finally. Saliba's probably out a little bit still, so like we should be fine. I think Odegaard will be back, which will help. So yeah, I feel good. I think we win. I say we win 2-0.
Yeah, I think Arsenal end up winning. I mean, it's tough no matter when it happens, but new manager, sure, you can get the new manager bump like your Everton, but like I think Nottingham Forest came into this season, even with all the changes and stuff, still expecting to play at a high level, and now your manager's gone. You're switching to a new system. Your welcome moment is against Arsenal, coming off a 1-0 loss to Liverpool and having a week to sit on that too. I just don't see any way that Nottingham Forest can like muster up a win. Plus, you're at Arsenal, so like it's just a tough like domino effect there. And I think Arsenal get the win for sure. My boys, Brighton on the road at Bournemouth. This is a game that like you need to win. Like Bournemouth's coming off a high, against Tottenham. They win 1-0. They were all over that game. Brighton, you're obviously coming off a high, beating Man City. You're going on the road again. You got to find a way to win. This is a team that usually like it's 1-1, 2-2 type draw situations. You got to find a way to just be the better team out there. Find your spots. Like, don't shoot the ball just for the sake of shooting the ball. Be selective. Find the right shots. It's a very evenly matched, game for sure. But you just got to be better defensively if you're Brighton. Brighton's defense to start the year has been questionable, but also Bournemouth's defense hasn't been that stellar to start the year. So if you can find ways to win your matchups, I think Brighton can come away with a win. I do think they win. I think it's going to be 2-1. Brighton come away with another win in that score category and get their first road win of the season. They absolutely need it. Like last year, we talked about it going into the season. Like the amount of draws that Brighton had last year cost them from playing in Europe, cost them from potentially playing Champions League. The only team that had more draws than Brighton last year was Arsenal. So like there's room for improvement there, and those are the types of games you have to win if you want to be, mentioned in the upper echelon of clubs moving forward. So it's definitely going to be a test, and I'm excited for it. So just got to show up and pick your spots and be the better team on the pitch. I'm going to have Brighton winning this one against Bournemouth.
I'm going. Yeah, I think Bournemouth win. Sorry.
Fair.
I just think they're at home, and I think they're going to keep the momentum rolling after that very impressive win against Spurs. So, That's my
Wouldn't
prediction.
shock me. I'll say that. It wouldn't
Yeah.
shock me. Wolves at Newcastle.
Newcastle's home.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle, they'll win. They'll get their first win of the season. I think they'll play some of their new signings. I just don't think Wolves are that good.
Yeah. I think it's going to be like some stinky, like 1-0 type of win or like 2-1. Like it's going to be close just because
Yeah.
we haven't seen any consistency from Newcastle. And, Isak's gone. That makes you a far worse team offensively, obviously. But I do think them being at home is huge, but it's going to be one that they're going to have to battle for. And I'm going to be like very intrigued to see how they kind of respond, especially in front of their home fans. But I'll take Newcastle to get a close win. Aston Villa at Everton. I'm going Everton here. Aston Villa looks terrible. Everton's at home. They've looked great to start this campaign. They've looked great since midway through last year. I think it's going to be an Everton ball type game where it's, grind it out. You're going to have to earn every possession if you're Villa. But I'm going to go with Everton to get a win.
I'm going to say a draw for that game.
That also would not shock me.
Yeah, I'm going to say a draw.
Which takes us to Sunderland at Crystal Palace.
Oh, Palace win. I think with them being able to keep Gahey, they still have Mateta. I think Sunderland will be a fine team away from home. However, like these first few games, while they get adjusted back to the Prem and everything, and Palace is a hard place to go to and win. So especially like now that they're playing like Glasner's got them playing so well. I think like yes, they lost Eze, which sucks, but in their first game without him, they won. So, and it was like an impressive victory. I'm gonna say Palace win.
I'm gonna say draw. I
Okay.
think Sunderland had that hiccup game a couple weeks ago, but they bounced back really well. Got another win. I think they're just playing good ball, and not that Crystal Palace isn't. Obviously, they're coming off a 3-0 win against Villa, but I think Sunderland's a tougher opponent than people I think are giving them credit for here in the early go, and I think they're gonna play up to the competition. I think it's a draw at Palace. Speaking of draws, Leeds at Fulham. This has draw written all over it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll say draw.
Like those two teams are just born to play like
1-1.
0-0, 1-1 type of game. And I feel like those are the type of games that both of those teams are going to be in all season long. Like they're just going to play in so many games that are just low scoring, draw type of situations all year, and it's not going to surprise me if this one is a draw because they're just meant for each other. Tottenham at West Ham. Who let West Ham get hot? Tottenham has all the fuel in the world coming off a 1-0, loss to Bournemouth. They've got to get it right. Obviously, West Ham coming off a very strong late surge of a win. But I just think Tottenham's the better roster and talent will showcase there.
Yeah, no, Spurs are going to win that game. As much as I don't want them to, but yeah, they're going to win that game.
Then we go to Chelsea at Brentford on Saturday at 3 p.m.
I want to say draw, but I think Chelsea win, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. Again, that's one of those things that it's just talent showcases there, and I just don't think Brentford have all the talent there to kind of just keep up with what Chelsea can present you. So I'm going to go Chelsea as well. Liverpool travel to Burnley at 9 a.m. on Sunday.
That's a Liverpool win.
Yeah.
Fortunately, but that's a Liverpool win.
And then we wrap up with the Manchester Derby at 11:30 a.m. United at City.
Oh, it's at the Etihad? Then City wins.
Yeah. City's coming off a 2-1 loss to Brighton. United
Yeah.
are going to be, I think, overcompensating for their deficiencies and just trying to get back on track. So I think City end up winning. Plus, they're at home. And again, talent prevails. I know United bolstered their roster a lot, but it still feels like they're going through a lot of growing pains and getting everybody on the same page. And a 3-2 late winner against Burnley is not going to swing me one way or another to feeling good about that team until further notice. So I'm going to go with City to get the win. So to recap there, I'll get Harrison's picks as well from him overall. I know he said Chelsea wins in our group chat, but Mark, you've got Arsenal, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Everton and Villa draw, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Fulham draw, Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. And then I've got Arsenal, Brighton, Newcastle, Everton, Sunderland and Palace draw, Leeds, Fulham draw, Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. So a couple different picks there. We'll track this for the remainder of the season, see where we end up, and we'll figure out what the winners and losers and drawers get at the end. But it should be a fun way to kind of just enhance everything and everybody follow along with what we're picking. So we'll post kind of results of win-loss record at the end of every match week, and it'll be a lot of fun. Plus, we'll have our Champions League draft next week. One last thing I wanted to touch on too, because since the last time we happened, the initial domino of Spitgate in the sport of football, whether it be world or American, I saw somebody have the take that essentially Inter Miami are playing intramural football in Miami because it's just Messi and friends. The fact that Luis Suarez cares that much that he's spitting on people is so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
There's no need at his age and where he is in his career overall to have that much passion and disdain for something that he had to go and spit on another team's coach.
Yeah.
But again, track record serves, and he's no saint walking around there, but it's just absolutely crazy. Our Philadelphia Union are playoff bound, obviously, and Supporter Shield loading, Eastern Conference Final loading, MLS Cup champions loading.
Our Union, baby.
I feel so good about the team, man. Milan Olaski's a fucking man.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by them.
He's been awesome. Team's been great, and I've talked about this on the main pod and everything, but I didn't think that this group could enhance what they've been able to do, and then Jim Curtin leaving, you don't know what happens with a new manager coming in. Bradley Carnell has just unlocked new levels with some of the guys that have been here for a long time, and it's been wildly impressive to watch.
No, I agree. I've been very impressed by them.
So yeah, go Union. I'll be at the game on October 4th too, so if anybody's going to be there, come say what's up. I'm excited for that. But yeah, another week of the Prem back in action. It'll be fun to have games to talk about next week. We'll have Champions League to talk about as well, and a whole lot more. When is Carabao Cup back?
I think
Carabao Cup's back next week too. So we'll have that.
Well, we play the following week though.
Yeah. The world's darling Grimsby Town back in action. So yeah, we'll have that to talk about. We'll have 4 games there next week because Tuesday is Grimsby Town, Sheffield Wednesday, Aston Villa and Brentford, Millwall, Crystal Palace, and then on Wednesday, Nottingham Forest and Swansea. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then the following week, there's a whole loaded slate of games. So we'll have those to discuss next week as well. Very excited for that. Obviously, Brighton, all eyes on the Carabao Cup. My Greek Wonder Boys ready to rock and roll. Make sure you guys are following us on the socials at FC Top Bins on Twitter and TikTok, and at Top Bins Pod on Instagram and Threads. Subscribe to the pod on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. And as well, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. Leave a like on the video, drop a comment in the comment section, and click that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. We'll have our first results of Premier League picks out on the socials as well. And then next week, we'll talk results. We'll talk another week of Premier League action, Champions League in full swing, Carabao Cup is back. And before we know it, FA Cup action will be rolling out for all of us as well. But until then, for Mark, I'm KB. Enjoy this weekend of all the action across the board. But until next week, we will see you next week.